It's Friday again. Dr. Gordon and Lynda coming at you. Facebook Friday here at Southeastern Fertility.
Yay, Friday.
Yay, Friday. Y'all did a great time last week, and as usual, thousands of views of Dr. Gordon not part of Facebook Friday. Not that I get
You're
complex
making
about it.
that up.
I'm telling you, it's
You're
always
making
like,
it
it's like
up.
an order of magnitude different in terms of number of views. But that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. It's all right. Alyssa is behind the camera today. Mark is
Yes, thanks,
a little
Alyssa.
bit under the weather. With I hope it's not the pizza I had y'all buy for lunch yesterday, but I hope that wasn't what took them out. But
I hope not,
Hope
because
not.
we all ate it.
well, not me. I didn't. I went home. Well, anyway,
Now that really makes
I know I bought it
sense.
and I left. Okay, so you've seen the cars in our parking lot here,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And one car stands out as being not as nice as many of the others.
Oh, you're talking about on the employee side.
Yeah, that's right.
There is one that's
There is one.
a little beat up,
A little beat up, right?
Yes.
And that would be
Dr. Gordon.
my car, okay? A 2009 Sienna minivan with 197,000 miles on
And a big scrape down the
it.
side.
And multiple scrapes and also a big dent where a game of touch football went sideways into my car. It never got fixed. And actually, the other day I was driving back to the office and the guy pulled up in one of those mini, like mobile, like car repair things. Hey, I can fix your car for like $100.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was like, nah, you can't. But, I mean, you can spray paint it and it looks like you weren't looking closely. But I am
Squint
contemplating,
your eyes.
if things go right, I might be getting a new car. And I might be, and I'm struggling with this, Lynda. I'm
Lamborghini?
190, no, another minivan. But I'm struggling, 197,000 miles I have been with that car. And I don't do
You're gonna
change,
miss it.
I don't do change well. I don't do change well. And so I
So
think,
what's its name?
the new car's name? I didn't
No,
name
the
this
old
car.
one. You didn't name it?
No, Susanna named her car, I didn't name mine. But, so the question is, when is it time to move on? How do you figure out, right? I mean, I'm comfortable with this car.
Mhm.
I know it might just die someday when we're driving like through Asheville on the way to see my mother-in-law, and that worries me. And so when you're a patient, how do you know when it's time to just move to something different, right? You're comfortable. You've been doing IUI after IUI after IUI, but you know the routine.
Right.
And then there's this thing, this new thing that, you know, like IVF or embryo adoption or a totally different path. How do you know? What do you tell patients? How do you know when it's time to move on to something different?
Well, after you've gotten all the information about possible paths to go,
Yeah.
I usually tell them to think about it, pray about it, and see. They usually, I think, when they make the right decision for them, they have a peace
Yeah.
that
That's
they
right.
feel.
No, I think that's right. And it's hard, right? 'Cause nobody else can tell you, right? I mean, your friends can say you need to do this, your in-laws can. It's hard, right? It's hard to
It's
make
very
that.
hard.
It is hard to make that big leap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is. And so, you know, here we try to make it not so intimidating, right? We want you know, right? I mean, you
Right.
want that, right? You want that, you know, you're not, it's the same staff. You get to see Lynda's smiling face, right? It doesn't matter, you know, whether you're doing the IVF, IUI, embryo adoption, it's the team, right? It's the same team.
Mhm.
And that's reassuring,
Yeah,
right?
right.
That is.
Because it's not a whole different.
It's not a whole different.
Oh, well, you need to go to the second floor now
Right.
that you're doing this.
And patients will say that, they'll say, well, if I do the IVF, do I have to go like to the hospital, do the egg collection, or where do I do it? And we're like,
Oh, it's all right
it's
here.
all right here, right? It's all right here, right? So I mean, I think that is, and that is important, right? That you have that sense of peace about it, that this is the right, and you were a patient this week called up and they were gonna do, you know, IVF and thought maybe actually thinking about it and maybe do laparoscopy with Dr. Keenan instead. You know, in other words, they really just weren't ready to do that. And I think you have to sort of rely on your own, you know, inner voice as to what is the right path. And sometimes it's not yet, right? Sometimes it's not
Right.
yet. So I don't know, when I'm thinking about my car, I'm like, is it not yet? Is it time? Is it time? Is it not yet?
So are you gonna get one, the same type of car, but just a new model? Same color and everything?
No, I'm not that, I'm not that opposed to change.
I worked with a doctor that
Really?
did that.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
It's like, no. It's like George Foreman naming all of his sons George Foreman. Right, yeah, so
We
no,
never
I
have
would.
to worry about making
I
mistakes.
know, no, it'll be different. So there might be a new car in the parking lot.
Okay, well, I'll be watching. watching for it.
I will say a new minivan. You know, I will say that fertility doctors have been known to practice a degree of conspicuous consumption, which does not inspire great confidence in their patients, right? And there was fertility practice in Florida where the two doctors had pictures on their website, and one was he had his 60-foot yacht that I think he named like IVF baby or something like that. It's just like, yeah, it's like, no. So it's no Lamborghini, it's another minivan. So what can I say? The dogs have to have a car that they can be transported.
You should get a Jeep. They'd like riding in a Jeep with the top out.
Yeah, but they can't sleep in the Jeep. You have to be able to flatten it so it's a mobile doghouse.
The back seat goes down.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I've actually looked at a Jeep. Well, anyway, that's all we have for cars, IVF, IUI, and decisions. So
Decisions and
that's
when
right.
it's time.
So tune in next week and see if Dr. Gordon actually got a new car or not. We'll let you know. And we hope Mark is feeling better. Mark, if you're watching.
And Dana.
And Dana, we hope you're feeling better. And I'm sorry if it was the pizza that I made you buy. All right, y'all take care. Have a good week.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.